Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Guys, my name is Ben Cockayne. I'm going to take you through some information the person that's sent you this information has obviously had a brief chat with you. So I'm going to give you a little bit more detail about the opportunity we've got here. And it's really exciting. I'm not really the type of person that would have got into skincare typically. But when I told my wife about somebody reaching out to me while we were traveling, she said, if it's the Korean skincare, Korean beauty, I want to know about it. And that's exactly what it was. So when we got home from his travels, there were a package available. And Claire got started with the product straight away. In first application, she said, these are good. That was the first thing she said to me. And then on the back of that, we got involved in the business. And the last couple of weeks, I've even been using the skincare myself. And I started ironing out a few creases in my face, put it that way. But I'll show you a couple of testimonials as we go through. But I want to give you a rundown, a bit of a formal presentation, if you like. I won't be taking it too seriously. I'm not a serious guy, but I want to give you the information. But first of all, I am not an aesthetic man. But when I first saw the packaging of the products, I just thought, wow. I mean, even to touch and to feel it, they feel fantastic. But that's a couple of the skincare products. And there's also a hair care range as well, which are available in the UK at the moment. So the packaging is top notch. You know, I wouldn't normally be somebody that say, "Oh, that's nice packaging," but it's fantastic. It looks great. So I'm going to take you through a little slideshow, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company. And I'm also I want to give you the feel of why it's so exciting for us, really. So Korean beauty, as I've come to learn, is a massive thing. It's a huge trend across the world, not just in the UK and in Europe, but all over the world. It's trending pretty hard. The exciting thing for me about this, when it comes to the business, is that it's the number one the number one Korean skincare company in South Korea. So that itself is a massive, massive tick in a box from a business standpoint. The second thing is that this has only just launched into the UK on the 19th of October, 2025. As I'm doing this video, it's the 9th of November, 2025. So it's been in the UK for 21, 22 days, something like that. And we are literally just at the beginning of something really exciting. There's a couple of things that are going to hopefully attract you to this as well. The products and the pricing of the products, my wife tells me, because I wouldn't previously have spent money on these type of products, but she tells me that these products are very price friendly when you compare to some of the top brands that are well known in the UK and Europe and probably across the world. She said these are much more price friendly. And as she described it after that first application, they are amazing as well. And there's a couple of reasons why they're amazing, and we'll get into that as we go through. So there are three brands within the brand. There's the ICD, there's the Botolab stuff, and there's the Lightening. At the moment in the UK, and by the way, the UK is going to be the gateway into Europe. There's no other countries open in Europe at the moment. So the UK is the gateway into Europe. So this is a huge opportunity, guys. Don't get away from the fact that this is a massive opportunity when it comes to business, impacting lives, spreading the word, getting a big piece of the market share when it comes to this trend. So there's the ICD, the Botolab, and the Lightening. At the moment in the UK, we've only got ICD and the Botolab stuff. The Lightening will come further down the line. In the first quarter of 2026, the company will also expand into its first countries in Europe, which we are led to believe will be Spain, Ireland, and Italy. I think France and Belgium has been mentioned as well, but we're not going to speculate too much on that. The company plans to open up 50 new countries over the next 5 years. All right, and we're starting in Europe, so it's going to be pretty big, pretty exciting times. So when the company was established in South Korea in 2018, they did 2.5 billion in revenue in the first year. That is in South Korea. So it became the number one rated K-beauty brand in South Korea within its first year in business, doing over 40,000 bottles of sales in South Korea, which is just amazing. And then the company planned to expand out into North America, but then COVID came. So that put a spanner in the works, and South Korea had COVID restrictions in place right up until around 2022, 2023. So it wasn't until that point that the company launched into North America, starting with the United States and Canada in March of 2023. And then on the back of that went Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mexico, Singapore, and Malaysia, all earlier on this year as well. The Philippines opened up in October, and the United Kingdom opened up in October of 2025 as well. Japan is due to open anytime now, if it's not already opened as I'm doing this video. And Italy, Spain, and Ireland are on the list for the first quarter of 2026 in Europe. So this is an amazing time to be involved with a company. Just get your head around this. Korea, renowned for its skincare, and this company came along in 2018 and became the #1 rated K-beauty brand in South Korea in its first year in business. So just wrap your head around that for starters, and then understand the opportunity that we have got with this heading into the UK and into Europe. So it's a massive opportunity, guys. So the brands are ICD, which stands for Incellular Dermatology. We'll talk about that in a second. Botolab and Lifening. We're not going to talk about Lifening today because it's not available in the UK or Europe at this moment in time. So just going to talk quickly about the products and why and what sets them aside from everything else. So the guy that formulated the products, the chairman, he got older. He got access to the Jeju lava energy water, which comes down the volcano in Jeju Island, and all the water goes through the volcanic rock, and then it becomes this super mineral infused water. So what he did, he started spraying the water on the centella leaf, which is the Byung Pul plant. I don't want to butcher that, but it's basically the centella leaf. So he used this energy water to spray onto this plant, and then the plant grew way bigger than it normally would do. And that obviously comes down to the mineral supplementation and everything within the water as it's come through the volcano. So then that was patented. So nobody else in the beauty industry in South Korea can get the same formulation as we've got with Riman. So that is a massive, massive step ahead of the majority of other companies as it stands today. All right. And combined with all this new technology, it just made the products amazing, and it kind of heals the skin from the inside out. It penetrates deep into the skin, and then it heals the skin from the inside out. And the centella leaf, the Byung Pul, it has anti-inflammatory properties. It's been tested for hydration and brightening the skin. And you'll see some of the testimonials as I move forward. So the formulation of the products is amazing. 76% natural ingredients, and the remainder are non-toxic. So that's something you must understand. The remainder of the ingredients outside the 76% natural are non-toxic. That's something that we're big on in our house. So that was really important to us. So the Riman company have built a campus on Jeju Island, which is, when you again think about this is just unbelievable. The company have built their own campus on Jeju Island, where they've got like a smart farm where they grow all the centella leaf using the volcanic water, and they've got a solar power station on there to run the plant, and a wind power station on there. So they've got absolutely everything they need all on one campus. So everything is done in-house. Something else that I forgot to mention about the packaging. I was telling you at the beginning how cool and how fancy the packaging is. It's all done in-house. The company, Riman, have got their own packaging, and they do everything in-house. So that's going to give us some major benefits when it comes to the business. It's going to give us an opportunity to get the products at a low price because the overheads are all kept in-house. And that means the company can keep the prices not only friendly to the consumers and the customers, but that means the company can pay out way more in commissions to people like me and you who get out there and spread the word the fastest. So this is the smart farm that you see here, and where all the centella leaf is grown using the formulation that I talked about. And it's got its own village. So they've gone and built their own village on the island for distributors who are performing within the company. They will get sent out there. They will get sent to the village to go and experience Jeju Island and experience the whole Riman village and the facility. There's a promotion on which I'm going to talk about at the end of this that runs to the end of November for people in the UK. So a great opportunity for us guys here to get over to Jeju Island and take a look. So the ICD skincare range, ICD stands for Incellular Dermatology. All right, so it's going to help cleanse and hydrate the skin and protect the skin. And it's a premium skincare for skin that glows from the inside out. I'll show you my personal testimonial as we move forward. But basically, the products are going to heal the skin. They're going to penetrate deep into the skin and heal the skin from the inside out, using all the new technologies and the formulation that's been patented as well, by the way, so it can't be used or taken by other companies. This is Lucy, one of our first customers. She's now one of our business partners as well. Lucy got started immediately when we got our first batch of products. Me and Claire got our first batch of products in. Lucy was the first person to start, and she was, like Claire, immediately in love with the products. Her skin changed dramatically over a short period of time, and now she's on board as a business partner as well. And she's heavily invested into the products and also sharing and spreading this as far and wide as she can too. And this is my own personal result. This is 2 weeks of the full routine on a daily basis. Now, let me just put that into a bit of perspective about my background. I'm an ex-professional rugby league player in the UK. I'm in the fitness industry. Doing skincare routines and things like that has never really been my thing. Don't get me wrong, I see an opportunity with this, but I weren't really like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get the skincare on. That just weren't me. But Claire said to me, listen, if we're going to do this, you better get some of this cream and these products on your face. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing the full routine. I will start with the cleansing powder. Then I will use the calming balance gel. Then I use the mist oil. It's like a spray that you spray on your face. And then you go to a serum and another spray. And then you go to the cream. So that's the routine that I've been doing over the last 2 weeks, at least once a day. And then some days I've been alternating between the cleansing powder, which is like, it starts as a powder in your hand and then it lathers up on your face. So it's like a bit of an exfoliator. So I've been using that one day and then the moisture cleansing oil another day. Apparently the cleansing oil is better for weathered skin. And as you can see on the left there, me looking really weathered, old leather face. But this photo I took today, I'm looking a hell of a lot more youthful. And that's just through 2 weeks of using the full routine. So the products are pretty awesome. And like I said, it's not something I would have typically delved into previously, but here I am today, excited about the products and the opportunity. This is Tim Herr. He's one of our, he's the guy that took the company into North America, and he led the charge and the expansion in North America, as we hope to do here in the UK and into Europe. He's one of our mentors, been in the industry for years, and is, you know, not necessarily going to talk about money, but he's very wealthy. He's a wealthy man, and he's our direct protocol when it comes to mentorship and helping us grow and expand this business, which is amazing considering what he's done in the business. And he's got an amazing testimonial there himself. I'm going to show you some other people now who I don't know. So the people that you're going to see next on the screen, I don't know these people. They are in the company or the customers of the company, and these are some of the testimonials that people are getting. So just take a look on there, have a look at some of the results and transformations of people's skin and faces. Is pretty awesome. So the products are amazing. I never thought I would find myself saying that about skincare products, but they are really, really high quality. Now, I want to talk to you about the traditional supply chain and the Riman supply chain, and why we've got an opportunity, as the company have got an opportunity to keep their overheads low because everything is done in-house. That's the first big win. And secondly, it gives an opportunity to give the consumer the products at a very, very good price for a premium end product. And it also allows the company to pay out extremely generously to people like me and to people like you who are willing to go out there and spread the word about the company. So the traditional model, you would go from the company or supplier to the distributor, to the wholesaler, retail shops, and then the consumer. And each step of that process, there has to be a margin. Whereas what Riman have said is we're going to do the direct sales model. We're going to go from company supplier, which is Riman, the company. We're going to go to the distributor or to the planners, as we know in the company. That's us. And then we can go to customers, to retail shops, through the online marketing. However you want to market the products and move the products, you can do it at your own discretion. And ultimately, the more people you refer to the products, the more you're going to get paid. And we'll talk about commissions in the next slide or two. Couple of benefits for the customer. The customer can earn 5% in reward points every time they place an order, which is great. So that basically means they're going to get bigger discount. The more they purchase, the more discount they will get moving forward. And a VIP customer can make up to 10% in savings as well. Now, from a business standpoint in the UK, normally the company would have an enrolment fee of getting started of £20, £15 to £20. They've scrapped that until 30th of November. So now you can miss out on the initial enrolment fee and you can get straight into buying your starter kit. Now, if you're looking at this as a customer or somebody that's thinking, well, I'd like to try the products and then I might share the products, that's fine. What we would recommend for you guys is to start with the basic kit. That's going to give you all the skincare routine. You're going to get a free product, which is called a multi-stick balm, and you're going to get some of the hair products as well. So that would be the kit for somebody that's looking at it with, you know, thinking about dipping the toe in. If you're somebody that's a bit more serious and you like the look of what you've seen so far and you look, you know, you're quite keen, you want to make some extra money, you want to build a business, you want a bit of a side income, then you want to look at the advanced kit or the business kit. Now, when me and Claire got started, we purchased both of these two kits because we knew the opportunity. We saw the opportunity immediately. We got excited straight away with the opportunity. And then when Claire got the products on her face and I got them on my face, that just exploded our belief in the products even more so, which is then going to give us the ability to move forward and grow the business even bigger as well. So we're really excited, and we got started with a business kit and the advanced kit. So we invested quite a fair bit of money to get started. However, what that did is that brought us onto what we call, I'll come on to it in a second. I'll talk about it in a second. So I'll explain why investing like we did put us in a strong position. But before we get there, there's a promotion, another promotion, where if you become a team leader by the end of November, the company will fly you out to Jeju Island and you'll get an exclusive trip to the Riman's very own 5-star resort built on Jeju Island, and you'll get to go and see the whole facility. This is amazing. So they're putting this trip on, a reward trip, an incentive trip for anybody or the first 50 people in the UK to become a team leader. Think about that. You could be one of the people that can do that. If you're serious about the business, get it started, and we'll tell you how you get there to the team leader point in a second. So like I said, we'll get to go to the Riman village if you get to the team leader. And how you do that is by working your way through this ladder, this ranking system. So when anybody comes into the business, you will start out as a planner. And anybody that comes in as a planner is going to get the ability to make 10% in commission from any retail sales. So you might be somebody that's like, I'm not bothered about the big money. I'm not bothered about spreading the word. I'm not bothered about getting to work. I just want to get some products at a good price and make a little bit of pocket money. Well, okay, you'll maybe sit at planner or manager. Planner will give you 10% in commissions. But once you move up to manager, which basically means you've done 3,000 sales points. Now, let me just quickly tell you about sales points. A sales point is pretty much the equivalent of $1 or 0.9. All right. So if you refer a bunch of people and that accumulates to 3,000 in sales points, you will become a manager. That then gives you the opportunity to earn 20 to 30% in retail sales commissions through your website link, through direct sales, or however it looks, however you move the product. If you send people your link, 20 to 30% when she'll become a manager. Now, going back to what me and Claire did, we purchased £2,500 worth of product, which pretty much gave us the 3,000 in sales points. So immediately when we got started, we were straight into 20 to 30% commission moving forward on any customers that we acquire. The next step is senior manager. Now, this is the magic rank of the company. This is something that we'll be building and installing into our team members and our community, that senior manager is the rank to get to, because it offers a whole bunch of other opportunities to earn more commissions, basically. Most importantly, you're going to get 30 to 40% in retail sales, but then you're going to be eligible for commissions like 4 or 5 different ways. I don't want to try and get into it all now and start blowing your mind with numbers, uni-level, team leader bonus. I don't want to start boggling your mind with all that. We'll save that for another day. But senior manager, to get there, you only need to accumulate 6,000 sales points over 3 months. Now, we did that in our first week or two. Lucy, who I showed you before, she enrolled at this level. She purchased 6,000 worth of sales points to get to senior manager straight away, because she was so sold on the quality of the product. So you can get to senior manager on day 1, or you can get there within 3 months. If you get there within 3 months, that's no problem whatsoever. You can go out referring customers, and all the purchases that those customers do accumulates up in sales points. And once you hit 6,000, you will then become the senior manager, and you'll be eligible for 30 to 40% in retail sales and some other bonuses, which, like I said, I'm not going to start talking to you about right now and start boggling your mind even more. Now, team leader which is the promotion for the first 50 people in the United Kingdom to hit team leader. They will be taken to Jeju Island in South Korea by the company and get to stay at the resort. Now, to get to team leader, you need to help 3 people become senior manager. So this is the beautiful thing I love about this business model. The more people you help succeed, the more you will get rewarded by the company. That's just awesome. I don't know too many other businesses or companies that say, if you help that person underneath you in the structure do well, we're going to reward you more. Typically, people are telling you what to do in a traditional business structure. With this structure, the more you help and elevate other people, the more you will be rewarded by the company. So team leader is not only going to give you 40 to 50% in retail sales from your personal customers, it's going to give you another bunch of commissions, again, which I'm not going to get into right now. But to do this, you need to accumulate 50,000 sales points over the course of 5 months. You do need to have 3 senior managers within your group, within your team. And you need to be accumulating 10,000 in sales points per month. Now, if you're a team leader, this will be done without you even having to think about it, because you'll have the momentum, you'll have an organization of people that are building the business, sharing the products, and all the sales volume that is created in your network accumulates to your sales points. So once you hit the 50,000 sales points over or before a time of 5 months, the company will reward you with the team leader title, which will, if you're in the top 50 in the UK to do that, you will be sent off on an incentive trip to South Korea as well, which is pretty bloody awesome. I'm going to talk a little bit about leadership matching bonuses. Again, I don't want to bamboozle you too much with generation, levels, commissions, and all this stuff, because it can get confusing. But let me just tell you, this is so exciting when you understand it, that you would definitely want to get out and get to work and start referring and talking to people and helping other people make more money and move product. Because once you start understanding these bonuses, these are life-changing. Now, a team leader in the United States, the average income of a team leader in the United States is somewhere between $6,000 and $10,000 per month. So think of that from a UK number, we're probably somewhere around 4,000 to £7,500 a month. That is a full-time solid income in the United Kingdom to getting to team leader. Now, to get there, don't forget you've got to help other people. So that's the great thing about this. The more people you help, the more you will be rewarded. Now, 40% matching bonus, leadership matching bonus, basically means for every person you refer to the business, you will be paid 40% commission on their earnings as well. Not from their earnings, on what they earn. So let's just say I refer Claire to the business and she earns £1,000 this month. I will earn £400 this month just because I helped her earn that money. It won't come out of her pocket. It will be paid to me directly from the company for helping her earn £1,000. Now, the second level, the second generation would be the person that Claire referred to the business. So that person, let's say that person earns £1,000, I would be eligible for 20% in commission, which would be £200, just for helping Claire help that person. And this goes down. So the idea here is not just to help the person that you refer to the business, but to help the person that they referred and they referred and they referred. So this just becomes a massive team game. I've been in team sports the majority of my life. And when a team works together properly, everybody succeeds. Don't get me wrong, I've been in some shit teams and I've had some not great success in professional rugby league, but I've had some great success as well. And it all comes from the team coming together, working together and helping each other. And that's exactly how we're going to roll within this community. So if you're looking to be a part of it, either as a customer to start with or somebody to dive straight in with a business, go right back to the person that brought you to this call and let's get you going. You can reach out to us directly. The person that sent you this video can schedule a call to chat with me, to chat with Claire, and to get a bit more of an understanding of how we can help you with your journey as well. All right, folks, welcome to Riman, and I can't wait to see you in the community.